All right, today I'm taking a look at the Uwant X100 cordless all-in-one floor cleaner. All right, so we have a little cleaner for the cleaner, and that is a nylon brush that is not metal. It's got a little cutter on the end. That's kind of cool. I wonder if that's for like pulling hairs and stuff off of the brushes. It's actually a cool idea. And we got the manual. We got a measuring cup. That's kind of neat. Little beaker. Goes up to 100 milliliters. And we've got deep cleaning solution. So this is nice. Most of these wet dry vacs don't actually come with any kind of solution. You have to go find something for yourself. So it's really nice that it came with something. It says that it is a deep cleaning solution. And we got, so this looks like the filter element. Okay, and it says, note, hold the brush and lift it vertically. Here is the charger. It says it works at 34 volts at 1500 milliamps. Okay, this looks like the stand. Not sure, but we got 4 contacts on top, so that lets me believe that this is some kind of a charging bay or something like that. And we also have this connector on the bottom, so I'm guessing this plugs in somehow. We'll figure that part out. And we've got roller brush. Oh, that's cool. Is this a spare? Yeah, it sure is. So the vacuum already comes with one on each side, so we got a spare roller brush. I'll just put that away for safekeeping. That's actually pretty cool. And then in the bottom, we've got the handle. So there's contacts in the bottom. It looks like a release button on the back. And on the top, we got power and what looks like a settings button. So one thing I'm noticing about this is that it is not that heavy. Like I can easily lift this thing with one hand. So what I'm seeing is we have 2 reservoirs. So there's one here and then there's one up at the top. This one is the waste reservoir. So anything that this picks up off of the ground, including water, particles, whatever, that's going to deposit in here. So I do like that it has this nice large trigger on here. So that's easy to grab. That's a good thing. So that, oh, look at that. It's actually got a filter installed. So that's pretty cool. So we've actually got a backup, and I don't think we even really need this, but the fact of the matter is we got it. So we can just take this thing and, you know, clean it out anytime we need to. But if we ever get to a point where we need to replace it, we've got a backup. So that's nice. So this should just, yeah, just like that. So it just pops off. This just opens up. Just kind of rinse that out, wash it out, and then you can put it right back in. So I do like this design. So you can see you got this opening in the bottom. That's going to be where the waste enters, and then it's going to fill up to the top and then drain over the side. So that way you don't have to worry about anything falling back into the machine. So that's good design. I like that. And it does have a maximum waste water level, so we don't want anything to go above that line. So we can pop that back in. And I do like that this thing stands on its own. We need to actually have a stand for the thing. We can just set it somewhere and it'll stay. Oh, okay. That's cool. So when we need to dry this thing off, we can just pop these covers off. And I assume that's going to make this a lot easier for changing out this brush. Yeah, so it just pops right out. So it looks like we have some teeth here. So this kind of attaches as a kind of like a gear. And that drives right here. And then this tab just sits right in here. It's the easiest thing in the world. Just pop that back in. Clicks in. Good stuff. Cool. So we got one in the front and then the same thing in the back. Not too bad. So at the top of the machine, we got a display. Oh, that's pretty cool looking. There does appear to be a button on the front, but we'll have to figure out what that is. Then on the back, we have our second reservoir. So this is where the clean water comes in. So if you're going to put in cleaning solution, you're going to put that in here. So we have a minimum level, a maximum level, and it says, please do not use Uwant cleaning liquid. But on top, we got this cap, and that has a rubber O-ring on it, so that's going to make sure we got a good seal. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this up, and we'll give this thing a test. All right, so I got water, and I use purified water. It doesn't really take a lot, so that was actually a good thing. But one of the things I noticed that I liked is that when I flip this up, it stays open, so I have to hold that up while I'm filling it. So that's pretty cool. So this is the cleaning solution, and it says, add 30 milliliters into 1 liter of water and stir well. So it looks like I messed up because I added way too much water. You can see by the fog on here. It was cold water too. This was refrigerated, so clean, but maybe not the best idea. So I'm going to try to add just a little bit of this cleaning fluid. So I'm going to guess this is about 1/3 of a liter, so I'm just going to add 10 milliliters. And while I was reading the instructions, I saw that this button is a self-cleaning button, which is really nice. So we're actually be able to use that to clean up all the rollers in the whole machine whenever we're done. And then we're going to insert the handle in the back. There we go. Just go till it clicks. I do like how light this thing is. Like I can easily lift this thing up And it looks like it just kind of clicks on and clicks off. So I can just, wherever I want to put it, I can just leave it there. So that's good.
Uwant, Cordless all-in-one floor cleaner at your service standard model.
All right. Wow. So yeah, this thing, the entire wheel system is just the rollers, and it feels like it's gliding around on the floor. So that's nice. It doesn't really feel quite as like, I don't know, I guess articulating as a regular vacuum, because I can actually move this thing side to side, which is actually kind of a good thing because it almost feels better that way. Yeah, we're picking up everything. So there's a couple little light spots in the floor, and that's actually nicks that I put in the floor. That's nothing that we can pull up. But everything on here looks pretty darn good. And it's picking up, you know, I picked up a little piece of plastic. It's cleaning everything. Yeah, we're doing things like cleaning up messes, cleaning up spills.
Been turned off. Please put it back to the charging station.
Look at that. That's pretty cool. So I can see that in parts of this. This is already drying up, which is going to be good because that way we don't have to like just wait. Well, let's see what this actually looks like when we're done. Okay, so it's almost completely dry now. And yeah, this is the cleanest this floor has looked in a long time. So that's great. So I was trying to figure out how this thing works, and what I noticed was in the bottom of the box there was also this. So this plugs in just like that. Now what's cool about this is you can just set it right on top of here, and the plug will charge it. You've got a permanent spot for the vacuum, and on top of that, this little platform right here, this is going to help protect the floor, so you don't have to worry about those wet rollers sitting right on your floor. We'll just sit like that, and you can see how those contactors make contact right there. So all you got to do is set it on there, and it'll start charging itself. So that's pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to plug it in. We'll see what happens.
Start charging.
Okay, that's cool. So it says it's at 25% charge. So it does come with a partial charge. Of course, that was enough for me to play around with it for a little bit. But at this point, I can just set it away and let it charge up, and then next time I need it, I can use it. The one thing I do want to do is I want to see what the self-clean button does.
Hair cutting in progress.
Oh, look at that.
Self-cleaning started. Pipe cleaning in progress.
Wow.
Checking cleanliness.
Oh, that's cool.
Roller brush cleaning in progress.
Holy moly. Look at that. It's cleaning out the whole system too. And I can feel a lot of air coming out on this thing. So it's drying everything out, cleaning everything out. That's awesome.
Deep cleaning in progress.
Deep cleaning.
Cleaning completed. Please pour out the wastewater. Take out and dry the roller brush to avoid peculiar smell.
So that was way more than I was expecting. So the first thing it did, which I didn't expect, there was a little blade that ran across the front, which is actually really cool. So what it does, naturally, eventually you're going to get little hairs and things that are caught on this brush. So it's going to cut all those, and then the brush just took off and it started doing that auto clean. That was intense. That was pretty crazy. I didn't expect all that, but yeah, I am fully confident that this is about as clean as it's ever going to be. That's amazing. All right, cool. So I do like that they thought of being able to remove these brushes while it's still in a charging station. So that's nice. So yeah, now I'm just going to dump this thing.
HEPA isn't installed.
It's going to tell me everything. That's cool. But yeah, I mean, I am super impressed with this thing.